All right, GM, everyone, welcome in. It is freezing in my house right now. We are staying strong. We are not turning the heat on. So I have a beanie on. I have a hoodie on. We're locked in, boys. It's fall. I mean, it is well and truly fall outdoors right now in the Midwestern United States of America. We've got a bunch to get done. We've got underdog swaps to set. We're going to look at all the top positional stuff over on Run the Sims. We're going to set my lineup in the Spy. I honestly think I forgot to register for everything else. Going to run the stuff on FanDuel. We're going to set our FanDuel cash lineup. We're going to have ourselves a day in daily fantasy sports because that's what we're here to do. So I hope that y'all are having. Hope you guys are having a great day. This could be the last live stream for a while. My son could be born literally in a minute. My prediction is that that my son is going to be born as Chiefs Bills starts this afternoon. That really is right now my prediction. Just feels like it would be a little bit poetic to miss an episode of Ship Chasing, to miss Xavier Worthy going for 37 DraftKings points. We'll find out. GM to Mr. C Money, GM to Chad. How are you guys all doing today? You guys tell me, what is your favorite stack in tournaments today? Let's do our first run here on Run the Sims. Then we'll look at the positional stuff. We'll run 5,000 lineups. We'll do spy-sized field. We'll do 2,000 Sims. We'll do a flat payout, and we'll give it a run through. This will probably take a couple minutes for us to get through. GM historical anomalies, GM loots, GM pious devil. How you doing this morning, brother? GM Bobby Boom. How are we all doing, man? Are we feeling good? Are we feeling a shipper in our bones today? That's what I need to know. Are you guys feeling? I gotta say, I feel quite good about the lineups that I have sitting out there right now. I feel like cash is relatively straightforward, and I know I've got some out tags that I have to deal with lineups I built throughout the course of the week on shows. Oh, this is from this is our Swolecast show. Here, we'll swap in Kamani Vidal in for DeAndre Swift, and that should be good there. I'm in winter gear because we have not turned on the heat in our home yet, and it's cold. It is 35 degrees outside in the greater St. Louis metropolitan area. My office, if you can call this an office, is in the basement of our home. So the basement of an unheated home is quite cold. I guess I could have taken the beanie off. If I get hot, I will. What I have in cash right now is what I think is going to be close. So this is going to be the chalk team in cash. If you are interested in what all the chalk boys are playing, this is going to be the chalk lineup. What is it? It's Henderson, Manungai. Oh, it's Parker Washington. Here you go. So this is what the Cabal train is. It is Jackson Dart, Christian McCaffrey, Trevion Henderson, Jamar Chase, Puka Nacua, Parker Washington, Theo Johnson, Kyle Manungai, and the Giants. Oh, it looks like some optimizing sites have Olamide Zaccheaus in instead of Parker Washington. I would probably do Parker Washington over Olamide Zaccheaus. And then if you don't want to do Henderson, you can do Tyrone Tracy. There you go. So this is actually right here. This right here is actually what is on the top optimal page of all the optimal sites. Jackson Dart, Christian McCaffrey, Tyrone Tracy, Jamar Chase, Puka Nacua, Olamide Zaccheaus, Theo Johnson, Kyle Manungai in the Falcons defense. This is what I am trying to get to. And I don't know if there's really any way to do it. Yeah. So I would rather play Rice, and I would rather play Parker Washington. I would rather play Bowers than Theo Johnson. Honestly, I'd rather play Tyler Warren than Theo Johnson as well. I just don't particularly want to be playing. Like, do you guys want to play Theo Johnson for $1,500 less than Brock Bowers? I mean, how about don't even deal with that? Just play Kelsey. I think Kelsey is totally fine compared to Theo Johnson or Jawan Johnson or whatever. Yes, I have gotten this one before, looking like Jay from Jay and Silent Bob this morning. That is not an uncommon, I guess, what would you say, comparison that I've gotten. I got a tip for you guys. If you guys live close to a Panera Bread right now, they're doing unlimited coffee for $5 a month. It's not even that good a coffee, but it's just a really good deal. $5 a month to go get coffee from Panera Bread. I really want to get Bowers in, but I'm not sure it's doable with CMC, Chase, and Rice. No, it is. This is what we have to do. So we do Bowers. We do the cheapest possible defense. Let's do the Vikings defense. I guess maybe it's not. Maybe it's not doable. I guess you would have to play Trevion Henderson over Tyrone Tracy. Nico or Gadsden? Ooh, I mean, I think it's probably Nico, but it's, you know what? Actually, Ryan, live a little. I'd go with Gadsden. Just get a quad espresso to start the main slate. Hell yeah, Ty. Yes, the chalk this week is insanely good, and we will come back to the cash shell. Bacon, egg, and cheese on a sesame bagel from Panera's. There you go. Mahomes stack with Worthy and Kelsey instead of Rice viable, or find a way to get Rice. I mean, I'll just say right now, the team that I am going to have in the spy is going to be Patrick Mahomes, Xavier Worthy, Rashee Rice. Bam or Marks. I'm going Bam. It sounds like Bam is going to get every opportunity to be the lead back today or tomorrow for the Arizona Cardinals. GM, David Kitchen, live a little. From the man himself, GM, Salted Cod. I'm fading Nico today. That O-line is going to be in shambles. I think that is viable. All right, so top sim ROI lineup. Jared Goff, Tyrone Tracy, Kyle Monangai, St. Brown, J-Mo, Tedderoy McMillan, and Laporta and McCaffrey. Full Lions onslaught. All right, optimal results by quarterback. Top optimal rate is Dart. How about that? Dart is the top optimal rate quarterback, followed by Caleb Williams, followed by Jordan Love. Mahomes all the way down at 6.7%. Josh Allen all the way down at 4.4%. I mean, I that sign doesn't bother me because I can't read. Old man Kelsey catches 2 touchdowns in his last trip to Buffalo. I mean, I think there is certainly a way that could work. The Trey Benson bags really could have used the Dallas matchup. Yes, they could have. Yeah. Oh man. And I have some of those Benson bags. So looks like the top leverage stuff is Love, Mac Jones, who I do like. Yeah, Jared Goff. Not going to surprise me. Jared Goff doubles are going to sim, like, obviously insanely well. No one, like, Gibbs is not really owned. St. Brown's not really owned. J-Mo's not owned. Laporta's not owned. And I think they have the second highest team total of the slate right now. I have not rerun optimal since the Monangai stuff. So we've got 27% optimal rate on McCaffrey, 17% on Monangai, 14% on Jalen Warren. I think that is too high. Vidal, 14%, Kyron, 12%. So many good running back plays. Taylor, Gibbs, Henderson, Tracy, Jacobs. James Cook, I don't think is all that good of a play, actually. If you had to play a Packer wide receiver in DK tournament today, who would it be? I guess I would rank them Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, Matthew Golden. And it is Jordan Love's birthday. Steve loves Mahomes, Rice, and Kelsey. Okay. Mahomes, Rice, Kelsey. I get that. What Monangai stuff? I have not run Sim since DeAndre Swift got ruled out. I ran a big set of Sims on Run the Sims Friday morning. I don't know, man. Kyle Monungai at 44% owned. Isn't it so easy to see how that fails? Goff simming bad on stochastic stuff. Interesting. Honestly, I really don't have any sense how anyone else's sim product works other than Run the Sims. I guess I have a loose sense of how the solver stuff works from having talked to Leone about it, but I don't know how the stochastic stuff works. I don't know how the Saber Sim stuff works. I mean, obviously, I think it's probably pretty good, but yeah, there you go. I don't think I'm strong enough to fade Monungai either, but I've got I did just for the sake of the data, I wanted to pull up the 2024 game logs for Travis Homer. So Travis Homer had to play a real role a couple times. So Travis Homer in week 2 last year against Houston played 28% of the offensive snaps. I did just want to pull this up. Go to the snap counts for the running backs. So Travis Homer does not have a touch of the ball in this game, but did take DeAndre Swift only played 66% of the snaps. Roshan Johnson barely played. Khalil Herbert barely played in this game. DeAndre Swift got 14 rushes for 18 yards, 4 receptions for 24 yards. Then Travis Homer gets banged up, doesn't play, comes in and plays 28% of the snaps in a 23-20 loss against Detroit. And then in that game, we saw, what was that? 28% of the snaps for Homer, 3% of the snaps for Roshan. Like, Travis Homer is going to be annoying. It just is the way it is. Travis Homer, like, he's not going to get the ball, but he's going to be annoying. Weirdly, I guess between I guess I can say this. The between Monungai, Henderson, and Tracy, definitely one of them is posting a GPP winning score, right? I don't know which one, but one of them is definitely getting 25 plus. The Bengals' run defense is just so bad. Yeah, they are. They are. Tracy has had big games in the last 12 months. Well, Trevion Henderson has also had big games in the last 12 months. I know we all think that Trevion Henderson sucks and the Patriots, hate Trevion Henderson, which they might, but Trevion Henderson also very good. Woody, Marks, or Bill since Jaden's back. You know what? Hot take. I'm going Bill Krosky Merritt over Woody Marks. I don't know, man. I feel like starting running back with Jaden Daniels is more valuable than the field does. Bobby Boom wants to see some top Josh Rice. Bobby, I don't know who Mona is. I like Brashard Smith. Is he going to be highly owned? I don't even think Brashard Smith will be 1% owned. According to, there we go, 1% owned for Brashard Smith, showing up in 0.5% of the top optimals on DraftKings. Oh, yeah, has to be Monungai. You're right. Okay. Let's go to SimRunner Pro. All right, so top Mahomes, Rice, Monungai teams. Got to include all of them. All right, here you go. Here's the top. Get Trey Tucker out of there. Top Mahomes, Rice, Monungai is Mahomes, McCaffrey, Monungai, Rome, Trey Tucker, Parker Washington, Dalton Kincaid, Rashee Rice, Falcons. Don't love that. Christian Watson or Parker Washington? Honestly, Parker Washington. Honestly. If you think Trevion Henderson sucks, you need to come up for air so badly. I mean, I might need to come up for air. I don't think he sucks, but I don't know if he's going to get the ball 30 times today. Am I stupid to think Geno Smith is going to win anyone money today? No, I think Geno Smith is, if I was someone who is going to play like 20 teams, I would definitely want at least one Geno. 100 million% would want at least one Geno. He is 4,600. He's a very good play. Neil Orfield and John Breslin on the 4 for 4 show that we do on Fridays were both in to Geno Smith. It's a great honestly, it's a really good spot for both the Jaguars and the Raiders to just kind of try and get their seasons back on track, do some saving of the coaching staff's jobs. Pick 2. This is the easiest one of my life. I will take JMO and Olave. Keon is dead. Geno Bowers BTJ is the Millie Maker. I like that. I mean, Bowers is my gold star play today. Where do I have Bowers rest of the season? I have him tight end 2 behind Tyler Warren. No, actually, you know what? I was a coward, salted cod. I moved him to tight end 3 behind McBride as well. But honestly, I Bowers is just back, dude. This is a guy who averages 15 and a half PPR points per game when he's not hurt. I wouldn't double stack Geno. I would do Geno Bowers BTJ, as was suggested by Mr. Quinshawn Blumpkin, which is a very funny YouTube name. Full PPR, flex, Jennings, Rico, or JMO. I'm kind of buying this narrative on Rico Dowdle. Actually, I think that I think he is a bit of a sneaky play today. Actually, feels as if the backfield's going to be fully to him, and if the backfield is fully turned over, I mean, 22 touches. We know the Panthers will run even when they're down, which is pretty big. Can we see Josh Allen and Rashid? You sure can, brother. Top Josh Allen and Rashid include all Allen, Monangai, Warren, Michael Pittman Jr., DK Metcalf, Puka, Kittle, Trevion. That team is fire. And it has salary left over. So you can way upgrade from the Saints defense. You can play whoever you want. 119% sim ROI. I think the only one who could potentially be inactive in 12 minutes would be Joe Flacco, Clint. There's a chance Flacco does not start today. Booty or David Montgomery? I got David Montgomery. Full PPR, Worthy or Laporta? I got Worthy today. I got a feeling on my boy today. Did you max weekly winners? I did, and I've got 5th and 4th the last 2 weeks. I didn't do one entry. I did not do one entry. Shaheed is Q, but I think it's fake Q. Oh, that's not Allen and Rice. Thank you. Thank you. Rashi. There we go. All right, top Rashi lineup. Allen, Monangai, Trevion Henderson, Io Manor, Sutton, Puka, Kincaid, Rashi, and the Titans defense. May or Dak? I got May today. Real close. Yeah, how about them Sooners? Very good W for the boys yesterday. Pick 1. Lad, Monangai, Tracy. Ooh. I mean, I'm going Monangai there, but what a selection of players to go between. Hmm. I wonder what, I guess I need to look at what the FanDuel team is. If Flacco is out, does that get you off Chase and Cash? Yeah, I think I'd probably side for Puka there, but I need to see how the projections adjust. Thoughts on Geno, CMC, Fidel, Rice, BTJ, Slayton, Bowers, Monangai, Giants D? Looks good. Looks good, I think. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Weekly winners, yeah, I don't think it's 58 cents. I think it's 84 cents, right? But yes, kind of a fun deal. Yeah, I Bearcat, I think Flacco probably is gonna play though. All right. I do need to pull up FanDuel. Just I literally don't even remember what I have on FanDuel, and then I need to go check the secret chat. and see what the team is. Okay, so on FanDuel, I have Mahomes, McCaffrey, Henderson, Rice, BTJ, Diggs. So that doesn't feel right. Eric, it wasn't Chris Rodriguez season, but I think you were right that it's not particularly JCM season. Okay. All right, so I gotta figure out what the FanDuel cash team is. You definitely I guess the question is, are you playing Trevion? Are you playing Manungai? Well, actually, let me pull up the Run the Sims tab and just see what the classic slate opto is. Classic slate opto, operator, FanDuel, generate lineups. Okay, well, I'm not doing that, so I wanna lock Mahomes in. Oh, I clicked Yahoo. Well, I don't need that. I'm gonna lock Mahomes in, generate lineups. Do they do they still have DFS on Yahoo? Thoughts on Metcalf? He's showing up a decent bit in Mahomes Rice lineups for me. I actually like that game the second most of any game today. So I like Metcalf. I like um, I like Michael Pittman Jr. I like Jonathan Taylor. I like Tyler Warren. I think the two teams that I'm gonna do on DraftKings today are going to be what was I about to say? Oh, it's gonna be a Daniel Jones team and a Mahomes. All right. So the top Run the Sims up. Okay, so it's actually basically what I just had in. Mahomes, McCaffrey, Manungai, BTJ, Rice, Diggs. And then I guess if you do Caleb, you can do Jamar Chase, which I actually don't think is that important. I must say, 2 for 2 times in this chat have said, "Why aren't people talking about?" All right, well, Nick, who's your guy this week? I am still very high on Vidal. Yes. Still very high on Vidal. Let's go Parker Washington, 5,300. Can I okay, Bowers you can't play on FanDuel, I guess. Did Kelsey, you could play whoever. Favorite defense under 3K on DraftKings? I don't know. I haven't honestly haven't gotten that far yet. I guess the Texans. Texans for sure. Yeah. Ooh, 2 of 2 times. I've also had them in my lineup HQ stuff on Roto Grinders, so let's fucking go, Nick. That means we've been smashing. I don't like Rodgers. I would rather just play Daniel Jones. All right. So if I'm giving up Diggs, what can I improve on FanDuel? Aaron Jones, Pollard, Spears. I wouldn't want to play both the Titans running backs, so I would probably sit. Honestly, Steve, I'd probably sit Spears. Or I'd sit Pollard of that group actually. I mean, can I just fucking play Bowers, dude? Is their $4,300 defense that's any good? Not really. Best possible defense would be the Chargers, and then you play Tucker Craft or Kittle. What's the projection discrepancy between the two of those? Player pool, DST. Rams are projected for 7.94, and Tucker Craft is the highest projected tight end of the slate. Um, all right, yeah. So I'll just whatever. I'll just play. I'll just play the. I'll just play the Rams. I'll play Tucker Craft. There you go. That's how easy it is to win on FanDuel, folks. I believe Jacoby mu so what'd I do versus the top optimal? I did Parker Washington and an expensive defense versus the Tex I mean, that's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Alright, let's see what the DraftKings opto is. Alright, DraftKings I definitely am playing McCaffrey. I'm definitely playing Manungai. Um, and then let's just see. I honestly am curious because I've not run this yet. I've only run it on in my my sheet. All right, top opto is Dart, Henderson, McCaffrey, P. Wash, Chase, Rice, Theo, Manungai, and the Jaguars. It doesn't feel great. Chip Kelly's ease him back in comments about Bowers had me nervous. All right, let's go check this out. Brock Bowers Roto World. I've not seen it yet, but I do want to see it. Um, please, so many ads on Roto World. I'm so tilted right now. I have ad blocker on and I'm still getting ads. All right, Brock Bowers logs 3 full practices, will take field. I got nothing. Gold star fade? I don't know, what would a gold star fade be? Player pool, like, sort by projected ownership. Gold star fade, I don't know. Theo Johnson, maybe? I don't I think all talk today looks good. Alright, Bobby wants the top Bowers, Warren, Sim. That actually man, that actually, that's kinda fun. Slates, DraftKings main. Didn't I already run one set? Here we go. Alright, here we go. Top Bowers, Warren. I wonder how many there will be. I think your noise gate is a bit too high or something. No, honestly, it's a StreamYard issue. It really is. Sometimes StreamYard just wigs out on audio because it doesn't ever happen to me in any other, recording window. Okay. Uh, no disrespect no disrespect to runthesims.com, but you can get that Cameron Ward lineup the fuck out of there. Daniel Jones, James Cook, Jalen Warren, Alec Pierce, Jameson Williams, Jamar Chase, Tyler Warren, Brock Bowers, and the Atlanta Falcons defense. Um, looks like Geno in there. I like that Herbert lineup sitting there. Herbert, I wouldn't play Aaron Jones, but what is the top simming naked May Pitts lineup? Well, I don't have any way. I don't think there's a way for me to control. Oh, here you go. Here's your top one. May, McCaffrey, Warren, Metcalf, Nico Collins, Khalil Shakir, Kyle Pitts, Kareem Hunt, and the Panthers defense. Falcons worth considering? I mean, like, the defense or, like, playing them in fantasy? Kelly on Bowers. We have to be mindful, he hasn't played in a while, so you can't put him in for 75 snaps and just say, "Hey, he's back." There's an easing in process. So, I'm not out on, uh, Gene Team. It's just hard to play him today. Like, here, let me so, like this is the okay, so this is the red zone. So I'll go Daniel Jones, Metcalf, Pittman Jr., Warren, then let me put in CMC, and then I'll put Ginty in, right? And then I'll do Monangai, and then I'll do the Falcons defense. That leaves me 4,300 at wide receiver, which actually is fire because that's Juwan Jennings. But if I don't play Genty, look, I mean, look at this 2v2. So let's go Genty down to Tracy. And now I can play, well, honestly, in this specific instance, not really that big of an improvement. Carrie B, a new member of the Davis Maddock YouTube channel. Yeah, all of you guys um, who are watching and listening, if you're not members of the YouTube channel, I do have the chat turned on members only. I did that for two reasons. The first being, um, I mean, I'm having a child and starting to be worried about money the same way everyone else is. And then two, if it's all members only, I don't really miss any questions. Like I can basically, if I have it turned on members only, I can answer everyone's questions because I have the ability to monitor what everyone is saying. What do the Sims like if locking in Manungai, Vidal, Mahomes, and Rice? Well, all right. So we want to lock in Manungai, Vidal, Rice. Who else? Mahomes. There's probably not going to be that many teams. Yeah, top team, and it is actually a really, really sick team. Mahomes, Vidal, Manungai, Worthy, Troy Franklin, Rashi Rice, Travis Kelce, Jalen Warren, Patriots defense. Really good team. Just had a child last year. Amazing experience. You will love it. That's what I like to hear, brother. Where can we buy you diapers? Actually, this is kind of I have I want to guess about 700 diapers sitting on a storage shelf about 20 feet to the left of me right now. So I'm chilling on diapers right now. So I don't believe on I don't believe on Run the Sims that you can do 1 p.m. only slates for Sims. I could be wrong about that. Let me see if you can. 1 p.m. only. Oh, you can. All right. Here, I'll run this for you real quick. I'll give you 2,000 lineups, 1.5K field size. I honestly, I did not know that you could do these little side slates on Run the Sims. Learn something new about that website every single day. GM, Stefan. However many wipes you think you need, triple it. 700 diapers, aka a 2 month supply. You guys are keeping me straight. Uh, no, honestly, I don't. You guys don't gotta buy me baby stuff, man. Your continued support and just honestly just hanging out in the stream. You guys you're all good. How does Goff? I'll do that next. Here's the this was for Kyle, I think. Get ready to learn Laconium. 3,000 diapers. Fuck. Last man in on DK. I'm a Parker Washington sloppy today, Mongo. Honestly, we just do not have a baby registry. We did a baby shower and it's all cooked. Everything got bought. So shout out to my friends and my wife's friends. Drop the baby link in Sloppy Central else the government will stay shut down. Honestly, Jake, I really think this is such a good spot for Dart. It's real close, but I think I'm going Dart. Favorite picks for Underdog ladders: Rashi Rice, Jameson Williams, and Brock Bowers. Uh, no, Liam is not coming on the Shipcast, but Michael Leone is coming on for Bills Chiefs in the afternoon window for the Shipcast. Chase Brown, Jalen Warren, Monungai, pick two. I go Warren and Monungai. We got want to do some Goff stuff. My boy wants Goff, Amon Ra, Laporta, and Addison. Wow, only one team, and it saves a shit ton of money. So I would not play this, obviously. I would just upgrade. I would upgrade Hunter Henry, obviously, on this team. Goff, Monungai, Vidal, Jamo, St. Brown, Addison, Laporta, Henry, and the Raiders D. Read the definition of meconium. Meconium is the first sticky tar-like stool of a newborn made of cells, mucus, hair, and bile. Jesus Christ, Dave. Yeah, diapers are expensive. Yes, we will still be making an underdog pickup for the Shipcast for sure. I'm Jacobs is fine. He's not really gonna be owned. I can't be a Drake May failure week. All right. Let's leave. Oh shit, did I forget to reserve? Please tell me you clicked reserve, Davis, because the red zone is gonna have filled. Okay, no, I'm good. All right. I need to figure out what I am playing in cash games on DraftKings.com. Oh, you know what? No, let's go do this first. Let's make sure all the thank you. Thank you, C Money. Let's make sure all this stuff is set. All right. Top team here. We're having to start Mariota because we don't have a quarterback. We got 2 touchdowns from Mark Andrews on Thursday. DJ Moore and Zay Flowers are on our bench. It is what it is. There was nothing we could do on that team. 3 clowns does not have a second flex, so we are going to put Parker Washington in over Christian Kirk. All right. Alchemy, Aaron Rodgers, Chase Brown, Samaj P. Ryan, CeeDee Lamb, Jacoby Myers. I'd really like to sit Jacoby Myers if possible. It's not really possible. Guess we're playing Jacoby Myers. All right. Showgirl, Lamar and Henry. Nice. Harvey, Jefferson, Flowers, Ferguson, Adams, Dubs. So it'd be Evan Ingram versus Dubs. Prob that's got to be Dubs. Okay, Purdy officially inactive. Our BR swaps are saved. Yes, let's go do swaps next. What's the max salary you'd leave on the table? I honestly would not. This slate, I don't really want to leave much because the expensive guys are so good. All right, I think this team is already set. Lawrence, so it'd be Brashard versus Harvey. I think we all decided we were going to do Brashard. We've got JMO in there over Janu. Yeah, that feels fine. And Evermore, we've got A Chain started already. Oh, I think we go Kareem Hunt over Montgomery. I need to message my friends. I think we go Kareem Hunt over Montgomery on Evermore. Thoughts? All right, Flacco active. That's big for one of my NFFC teams. All right, so those teams are set. Let's go set the NFFC teams now. All right, so this is the team with Nate. We are starting JJ McCarthy because Purdy's out. McCarthy, Aaron Jones versus no one. Jennings, Tet, Pierce. So Pierce versus De'Ami Brown versus Trey Harris. I don't know. I guess we probably just go Pierce there. Good. All right. Josh Allen, Christian McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor, Olave, Shakir, Coleman, Loveland, Jennings. And then toss in the San Francisco 49ers defense there. The only player on our bench, no player on our bench is going to be a starter. Flacco's Q tag, but Chris said he's good to go. Yeah, we can cook up a pickup here. Flacco, Taylor, Carter. We just have no choice. We have to do Carter. Fuck it, I didn't even drop Scattaboo on this waiver run. God damn it, Davis. All right. Let's go cook up a pick'em and then let's get the swaps in on Underdog. Mariota's in? Mariota's in what? Do I have a boost? Soccer only boost? Okay. All right. First leg is going to be Juwan Jennings, higher than 46.5 receiving yards. Nice and easy there. I think he is pretty underrated today. Then we are going to go to Daniel Jones. We're going to go higher than 1.5 passing touchdowns. We're going to go to Chargers Titans, and we're going to take Kamani Vidal to score a touchdown. Toss 20 American dollars on that. There we go. Little Sunday morning pick'em action for the boys. Juwan Jennings higher than 46.5 receiving yards. Daniel Jones higher than 1.5 passing touchdowns, and Kamani Vidal. Tight end premium. Schultz versus Denver. Richard versus Buffalo, or Carter versus Dallas. I mean, it's probably Schultz. Love's birthday. What are his props? Probably all pretty reasonable. 1.5 passing touchdowns, 234 passing yards, 10.5 rushing yards. I don't love any of those, just on the surface. All right. Right now, I've got. So I definitely want Tracy, Falcons. Okay, there we go. This is what I've got right now. Art, CMC, Tracy, another guy, Chase, Pittman, Jennings, Bowers, Falcons. The question is, how do I get Rushy? And I guess there's just really not a way to do it. Jennings is just in a smash spot. He's got a 25% target share the most recent 2 weeks. Giants defense stinks. It's just a good spot for him to be in. I guess the The train team is Dart, CMC, Tracy, Anungai, Chase, Zacchaeus. I just don't love Zacchaeus. That's the thing. Puka, Theo Johnson, Falcons. Man, I don't know. It's actually very tricky. You just can't. I guess Bowers is really the sticking point on this team. If you do Kelsey, you're still short of to get to Zacchaeus. To get to Zacchaeus, you have to play the Giants. To get to Washington, truly punt defense. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know about all that. But the train team doesn't feel that good to me either. And I guess the top probably the top Bowers team is no McCaffrey, I would guess. I know, I know. Kelsey at 4,600 feels so bad. It's just like, dude, Bowers is $5,000. Like, it's Brock Bowers, dude. I guess it's really the thing is if you're comfortable with any 5K wide receiver, then these teams are fine. But you have to be comfortable with the 5K wide receiver or a $5,500 wide receiver. There's no way to do it. I mean, I do like freaking Michael Pittman Jr., man. You do Bowers. You can even get a good defense. You can even get a defense you like. All right. Let's save this on FanDuel. Let's build our first FanDuel GPP team. Mahomes, McCaffrey, Henderson, Rice, BTJ, Wash. I guess let's go over and run a set of Sims on FanDuel. 2v2 and a Mac Jones team with Kraft, Robinson, JMO, Slayton, and Tet. I mean, I'm not a Slayton guy, so I guess Robinson, JMO. FanDuel main settings. I want 5,000 teams. I want 1,500. I want 3K Sims. I want to use all this already. Flat payout structure. That's going to take a little while to run. Why is Atlanta D the chalk? Just because they're the only good defense below 3,000 or 2,900. New member RM covers GM. Hope you're having a great day, brother. All right, before I forget, I need to set these. So this is actually pretty big decision this week. There really shouldn't be any quarterback swaps, but if there are, whatever, I'll just set these. Oh, I guess I might have some Purdy swaps. So Mahomes, Daniel Jones, Dart, save. The running back question is pretty big because there are going to be a lot of running back swaps. Taylor, Gibbs, Bijan, Jacobs, Kyron, Vidal. So the question is, do I want to swap onto Manungai or Henderson or Tracy or Hunt on UP. Monungai is going to be really owned. Or I could set it at Jeanty, but I don't know. I don't really know. And then I got to decide who I want Hunter to swap onto as well. In the Pittman team, I get two. I have a 2v2 of Broncos CMC or 23 defense Taylor. Yeah, I do want to try and get Taylor in, but it's really tough today. I guess just swap him with that guy, and then we'll do Genty. And then you know what? I'm actually gonna do Tracy over Henderson, and I'll put Kareem Hunt in, and then out of it. And then for wide receiver swaps, Chase, Booker, Rice, St. Brown, Jefferson, 100% drafted. And then you know what? Let's do Brian Thomas Jr. Let's do Worthy, and let's do JMO, and then Jennings for those potential swaps. No, I did not pivot off Cook last week. I played 100% Cook. Cook was my top owned player last week. But GM, thank you for becoming a new YouTube member, Mr. Neptune Blue, my guy. These swaps are tricky, man. Thomas, BTJ, Worthy, JMO. And then is anyone out at tight end? Probably not, but whatever. Sure. The Nun guy, Genty. Swapping onto Dowdle would be pretty hard. Dowdle's just gonna get so many. Dowdle's gonna get so many carries, man. GM, Brady. Hope you're having a good time, brother. Full PPR, Jacoby Myers or Chamire DK. Man, it is probably Jacoby Myers, but it feels so bad. GM. Current cash team. The train team is Dart, CMC, Tracy, Manungai, with Jamar Chase, Olamide Zacchaeus, Puka Nakua, Theo Johnson, and the Falcons defense. The team that I have right now is Dart. Well, you know what? I'm not even gonna, I'm just gonna tell you what the train team is. So okay, let's back up. Let me put the train team in and then see the 2v2s. Theo Johnson, Falcons B, Puka Nakua, Olamide Zacchaeus, Kyle Minogue. So if I just do Puka to Rice, I can get Theo to nothing good. God, that's tilting. Gibbs, McConkey, Puka. Gibbs Gibbs doesn't feel that great to me in cash. Dowdle line at 13 and a half carries already took the over. I would take the over on that too. Yeah, hey man, if you're 8-0, I would say live a little. If you're 8-0, I would definitely tell you to live a little. Well, I guess you could just do this, right? Do Jennings, Theo. This kind of works. Dart, McCaff. That's a lot of Giants. you get up Tracy Brando? You can. Uh, wow, GM Ben Weaver gifting 5 Davis Maddock memberships. You love to see it. Vidal, Tracy all day. Yeah, Vidal is expensive though, comparatively. Tracy is 5,100. Vidal is 63. And I guess what's the best Parker Washington team? It would be Puka, Washington, Juwan. There you go. That would be the this team is a good version of the Jammerman. Would you consider Rice to Pittman? That's what I have saved actually. I have Dart, CMC, Henderson, Chase, Pittman, Jennings, Bowers, Monungai, Texans. Kind of honestly, dude, I kind of want to play Rice. I kind of just want to get to Rice. Is there any way Rice, Juwan? Fuck, this is hot, dude. This looks pretty good to me right here. That's a pretty good cash team right there. Start two, Torrey Horton, Rashard Smith, Watson, Pollard. I would start Horton and I would start Watson, I think. Yeah, Cooper Cup is officially out. Sad to him. My the nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong with the microphone. It's literally just a StreamYard issue. Makes sometimes the audio inputs on StreamYard will be a bit strange, and it makes me sound like I'm underwater. I'll try one thing. It's probably fixed now. Yeah. I just needed to swap the I just needed to swap it's because it's not the microphone itself. I don't know what you did, but it was better once you answer the question. Yeah, it's just one of those things. All right. It is 11 o'clock, and I've not built any tournament teams yet. Got my swaps in. All right. So here's the $75 single entry. GM and PPR, would you flex Kittle, Bam, or Parker Washington? I would do G Kittle. All right. I would like to do Patrick Mahomes. I would like to do Kamani Vidal. I don't know how expensive he is. 70. Okay, we'll come back to that. We'll put Monungai in. We'll do Rice. We will do Worthy. And then at tight end, I'm going to put in. Man, tight end is tough. Let's put Laporta in. Defense. Is there any Texans? Yeah, Texans for sure. We have 7,300 left per slot. So we can play. We can do Vidal at wide receiver. Michael Pittman Jr. kind of interesting. 0.5 PPR, JMO versus Addison. I think JMO. Very, very close. GM Kegro, wishing good health to your baby boy and wife. My man will be in the building for Bills Chiefs. Josh Keon Coleman will be opto. All right. Well, I hope you have a great day, man. I hope that you are enjoying yourself out there. What a day, man. What a day getting to go to Bills Chiefs. I guess hold on, let me go. Honestly, I never build this way, but let me just go look at the classic slate opto wide receiver projections. I'm about to just hand build, dude. Base projection for the running back. Oh, this is DraftKings. FanDuel. Wide receiver. Chase, St. Brown, Puka, Rice, Jefferson, Metcalf. You know what? Let's go BTJ. We'll go Brian Thomas Jr. 6,400 left per slot. Best wishes to your Yosh. Is it the squeaky wheel game for Jameson Williams today? Running back. McCaffrey. Can I even get McCaffrey on this team? Where does that leave me at tight end if I do? No. It would have to be over Vidal. 5,500 left per slot. And then I guess Trevion is 53. It has to be. Yeah. All right, saved my swaps over on Underdog. Needed to make sure to do that. I don't think I'd click save yet. Vikings play a ton of shell, and JMO is actually being really nice about it. I also want to believe big time. Not quite yet, Goods, but literally, like we're literally talking like my wife could text me in the middle of the ship cast this afternoon, and it might be time to go. I guess who do I want to play at tight end? Tight end, Tucker Kraft is projected first by a lot. What an insanely bearish projection from Run the Sims. Fucking cowards. Kittle, kind of fun. What does Jennings cost, actually? 61. Okay, so no real discount there. If I put Trevion Henderson in, he's 53. That gets to 57. That is Sam Laporta. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, I'm going to run this. This is what I'm running in the $75 single entry stiff arm on FanDuel. Mahomes, Monungai, McCaffrey, Rashi, Worthy, BTJ, Laporta, Trevion Henderson. Bada bing, bada boom. Over under 5.5 non-Mahomes Chiefs runs outside of the red zone. That's a good line. That's a very good line, Jack. It's going to be real light. It's going to be real light. Genuinely been praying for you. Hey, that is very kind, Ball is Life. I appreciate that and the kind words more than you guys could ever know. It's very, very kind of you guys. I'd like to try and do one Jonathan Taylor team. So let's try and go dumpster diving here. Kyle Monungai. Let's put Kittle in. Can I do Caleb Williams, Rome? Rome is expensive. Cheapest playable defense would be Giants, 5,700. So if I played P-Wash, that would get me to 6,200 at wide receiver. It's just very hard to play Jonathan Taylor on FanDuel. So let's change up tack. Let's go Daniel Jones, Tyler Warren. Let's go Vidal. Let's go Genty. Genty can be late. We'll do Kyle Manungai. We'll do Genty. We'll do Texans defense again. Let's go Rice. Let's go Parker Washington. We have 8,100 left. Could play Metcalf for the bring back. Christian Watson, I'm back game today. Okay, how much does Christian Watson cost on FanDuel? 5,700. So if I wanted to play Christian Watson, I would have to play. Could I do it with Metcalf? Christian Watson. Well, that might be something right there. Daniel Jones, Kamani Vidal, Kyle Manungai, Rashee Rice, Christian Watson, DK Metcalf, Tyler Warren, Ashton Genty. What are we saying about that? I don't hate that. Kind of fun. Let's see. It's Jones. It is Manungai, Vidal. It is Rice, Watson, Metcalf, and Warren. Metcalf is honestly probably not that great of a play, but what can you do? I've got my unowned boy, Ashton Genty in the flex with the Houston Texans defense. That's one that probably feels better than it is. Let's, you know what? Let me go back over to Run the Sims and find a Daniel Jones, Tyler Warren team and see if any of these tickle my fancy. Daniel Jones, Trevion Henderson, Christian McCaffrey. I don't want to play Alec Pierce. Pierce, Parker Washington, Josh Jacobs. That's using the full cap. I don't know, man. I just kind of have a feeling that it's a Daniel Jones, Tyler Warren slate. You guys getting that feeling? Also, what is all of your guys' projection and intuition about the Trevion Henderson stuff today? Do you think Trevion Henderson is getting 17 carries? Do you think he's getting 8 carries? Do you think he's going to get the goal line work? Do you think Dearness Johnson's playing second downs? Like, what's the read? They'll give him 12 touches. I have that feeling every single slate. Odunze, Vidal, and Nico. Yeah, I would bench Nico there. 3 carries, fumbles, and get benched. 3.4 fantasy points. Dimes is my most owned. Maybe I should try and get BTJ in this lineup. Maybe I do instead. You do Brian Thomas Jr. and then instead of Jeanty, or basically like you find a way to get McCaffrey on this team. I mean then we're back to McCaffrey and Henderson. 11. I think 11 carries, 5 targets. I think I would be jamming that. 5 targets feels quite good. What is he to score a touchdown on Underdog? Actually, that's maybe the most relevant thing, particularly for FanDuel, is how likely he is to score a touchdown. Trevion Henderson is even, but you can't even take the lower. We could do something like Jones, McCaffrey, Henderson, Washington, Rice. Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking. 11 carries for 17 yards. Well, don't like that. Watson is probably a little too thin, maybe. I don't know. I don't want my entire day on DraftKings to come down to Juwan Johnson versus Theo Johnson, which feels a little tricky because that's kind of what it is right now. But man, do I just want to play Rashee Rice. And then are any of these running backs late? I guess none of the running backs are late. So I wouldn't even have any swaps in the late games because my whole team is. I guess it would be Casey Buffalo Jack. I guess the only thing I could do if I was behind would be what? It would be to swap from Rice to Adams if I was really far behind. That would be it. Okay, so I don't love that. Can you give a quick explanation for why Warren and Bowers double tight end is not the optimal cash? It is not even close in projection. Warren and Bowers project like 5 to 6 points worse than the other flex spots. So the way the cash game lineups work is they try and get as many projected points in as possible. And Warren and Bowers, like I think Manungai is projected. I mean, Manungai might be projected 7 points better than those guys. I guess I'd have to go look. Warren for 11. And then we've got Manungai for 14. This is FanDuel. Manungai for 14. Henderson for 13. Tracy for 13.5. You called the Hunt was too cheap in the showdown, but don't like him today. It's less of a good game for him because I don't think he is going to be playing downhill, right? Although I don't know, maybe I should play Hunt. Hunt 5,900. Ooh, ooh. That's kind of fun right there. Kareem Hunt, and Rashee Rice, same team. And Hunt is going to be way less owned than Henderson too. Like Hunt is probably going to be like 5% and Henderson's going to be like 20 or something like that. Ugh. I'm trying to figure this out. Puka versus Chase and Hendo versus Bowers kind of kicking my ass right now. I mean, I do like Chase more than Puka just because of game script stuff. And I think I like Hendo more than Bowers. I think. But that's obviously very, very close. I don't know. It's kicking my ass too, because some of the Bauer stuff is kind of unknowable, right? That's the issue. Is some of the Bauer stuff is like truly unknowable. All right, this is what we're gonna do on FanDuel. We are gonna play Daniel Jones, and you know what? What does Alec Pierce cost? Alec Pierce costs 5,700. We're doing this. We're doing the dimes double. We're doing it. We're gonna do Daniel Jones, Christian McCaffrey, Kyle Monangai, Rashi Rice, Alec Pierce, Brian Thomas Jr., Tyler Warren. What does Tracy cost? Tracy costs 6,000. That's what we're doing, folks. Dimes, McCaffrey, Monangai, Rice, Pierce, Brian Thomas Jr., Tyler Warren, Tyron Tracy, and the Houston Texans defense. Did it. We solved it. Bada bing, bada boom. Now we are going to go back over to the sim runner, and we're going to do I am going to absolutely torture these sims right now, and I'm going to make it give me something. My full punt tight end is Terrence Ferguson at 2,500. That I don't know about. Okay. DraftKings main settings. I want it to give me 6,000 lineups. I want it to be exactly the right size. I'm going to do 4,000 sims. I want it to use all the salary. 49,000. We're going to do flat payout. Actually, we're going to disable that. And then I just want to look at Mahomes teams here for my team in the spy. I am going to save this cash team. I'm going to put Rice in. I'm going to put Jennings in. I'm going to put Juwan Johnson in. And I'm going to save Dart, McCaffrey, Henderson, Chase, Rice, Jennings, Juwan Johnson, Kyle Monangai in the Texans defense. Done. Saved. Ship it. Close out all these other tabs because they're distracting me. And we've got 2 teams to build over on DraftKings. And we are going to find just the most artisanal, beautiful boutique of all time. Mahomes. We are going to put Rice in there. And we are really going to try and put Worthy in there. And we don't care about anything else other than that. And I really probably would like to avoid tight end and flex. But I guess if it gives me a tight end and flex, it gives me a tight end and flex. Think the Steelers can win today. Feels like the type of game they surprise in. Honestly, every Steelers fan I know thinks that they can win this game. And every Colts fan I know thinks that they can lose this game. So yes, I am using that as my guiding light. Obviously, I do thinking about DFS with Jacob Sanderson on Thursdays. And Jacob said this is going to be the classic game where the Colts let the Steelers hang around. They take some dumb penalties. And they let the other team hang around for no reason. New member, Joshua Harris. GM, sir. Appreciate you. Thank you to all new members of the channel. Appreciate you guys. But yeah, I definitely, that's part of the reason why I like that game is I do think it's going to be competitive. Bench one running back. Oh, Josh. Bench one of Genty, Tracy, Monangai, and Henderson. Honestly, I think it's probably Henderson. I know that seems crazy, but I think I'm right about that. All right, here are. Oh, I didn't get enough. I need 5,000 lineups. Did I run enough? Okay, I didn't run enough teams. We gotta run this sim again. I want 6,000 lineups. Yeah, there we go. I didn't generate enough teams. Okay, I have a spot this week to start Hunt or Henderson. I do like Henderson a little bit better than Hunt. I do. Just a smidgen more. And I kind of want to do one Geno team. Let's just go do one Geno team from the cojones real quick. No sim, no nonsense. Tournaments. Let's go throw it in the Sunday special. Let's just go do one Geno team. Geno, Brian Thomas Jr., Bowers, Rice, Jennings, Manungai. Can I do a Jonathan Taylor? I think I can just about pull it off. If we do the Falcons, I can get... Oh, yeah, we can do Henderson in the flex. And we can get up to the Texans. There you go. Geno, Manungai, Jonathan Taylor, Brian Thomas Jr., Rashee Rice, Juwan Jennings, Bowers, Trevion Henderson. There's one. There's one. No sim, no nonsense. Ripped it in there. Geno, Manungai, Taylor, Jennings, Rice, BTJ, Bowers, Trevion, and the Texans D. Have a Geno team in the red zone. Rip my bankroll. Yeah. Okay, here we go. This is what we want. A lot of teams for us to look at here. Highest sim ROI, Mahomes, Manungai, McCaffrey, JMO, P-Wash, Rice, Kincaid, Worthy. Not nothing for us there. I think that one is okay. I need to put my best foot forward here. Mahomes, Warren, Henderson, Tucker, Rice, Worthy, Warren, Bowers. Let's eliminate wide receiver, tight end from the flex. Oh, okay, that's really thin. Hunter Long is involved. Okay, I don't love that. So a lot of wide receiver in the flex teams are showing up. A lot of punt wide receiver, DK, Zacchaeus. So a lot of what the sim is doing is basically treating Rashee Rice like a running back. It's kind of interesting. We could do something like Mahomes. So something I'm seeing here is Jaylen Warren is getting propped up a bunch by the sim because Warren basically projects the same as Henderson and Manungai and these guys, but he is not getting owned at all. All right, lineups, contests. We gotta figure this out because we are being given a gift today on DraftKings. In the spy, these are my want plays. Mahomes, Rice, Worthy, and Bowers. I would also like Brian Thomas Jr. to be in here. I don't know if there's any way to accomplish that. If we put Brian Thomas Jr. in there, and then we do the chalk, Henderson, and Manungai, what do we have left? 9,000 left. So we do Mahomes, Rice, Worthy. Maybe BTJ is the one who has to go. We'll do Bowers. I guess how would I fill this team? Yeah, I guess you could do Vidal. Okay, so if we did Vidal, $2,700, that gives us the Falcons deep. That could be okay. You know what? That could be okay. We do Kamani Vidal. We do Brian Thomas Jr. We put in the Falcons D, which is going to be chalk, but that's okay. Then we do Hendo, and then we do All Manungai. What do we think? What do we think of that? Do we think that's hot fire? Where can I bet P-Wash BTJ fantasy points? I mean, you could basically do that Underdog. You could take P-Wash overs. You could do Parker Washington overs, BTJ lowers. Defense against running back in small field. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't think that matters. I mean, whatever small field defense you need is the one that just randomly gets a pick six. Maybe on this one we do the I tell you what, I don't want to do the Bengals. Maybe we do the Raiders. Maybe the Raiders might make some sense. So the Raiders defense is kind of bad. I wish that Kamani Vidal was a late game. I don't the Buffalo bringbacks are so hard because the Buffalo Bills, like all their fantasy point scoring comes from one guy. My boy Devin is doing packages for USPS today, but got me on the Bluetooth. That right there, that's my boy. That's commitment. That's honor. That's integrity. Keon today. I don't like Tracy over Hendo, but maybe I should. Maybe Tracy is better. It's just like I don't know who gets owned more. That's really the issue. Playing Bijan in the spy today. Smart. So much Mac Jones in The Sims today. Mac Jones, I think, is probably a pretty good play. What Chargers first round running back has the better career, Amarian Hampton or Melvin Gordon? I don't know, man. Hampton looks pretty gosh darn good to me. All right, I guess we could do. I don't hate doing Tracy here. Tracy, could I even get to Warren? I really like this team. Is there any material difference between playing the Falcons and the Raiders? I guess that's the question. And then we'll do a dimes team. I just really like Kamani Vidal, man. Haskins is out. It's all downhill. Bowers shouldn't be too owned. Worthy should not be too owned. BTJ will be owned. Could certainly argue. I don't know, man. I just don't know. The thing is that the computer just does not really like Bowers. How many of these are gonna? Well, yeah, see, no top 5,000 lineup with Bowers. The projections are wrong. That's all I'm saying. So I think I move this to the Falcons D now that I don't have Hendo. And we've got Mahomes, Tracy, Monungai, Rice, Worthy, BTJ, Bowers, Vidal, and the Falcons. So there we go. Loveland, Barner, or Juwan. You know what? I'm going Juwan. Actually, no Cooper Kupp. Let's go Barner. All right, that team is sent. We've got one more team to do. I would like to do a Daniel Jones team. And what I would like to know is, should we do Daniel Jones and Warren? Should we do Daniel Jones and Pittman Jr.? Should we do Daniel Jones and Alec Pierce? All right, let's go Daniel Jones. Does the computer know Devin Lloyd is ruled out? I don't know. I'd have to ask it. All right. Highest ROI is Jones, Monungai, McCaffrey, Downs, Pittman, Sutton, Warren, Henderson. Honestly, kind of a banger right out of the gate. Thoughts on building around a Dimes, Warren, Downsack? That's what we're doing right now, brother. We are running the S words for Daniel Jones teams at this very moment in time. So let's just toss in, if we wanted to do the double, we wanted to do Pittman and Warren. And let's say we wanted to play McCaffrey, we want to play Monungai, and we wanted to play Jalen Warren as the bring back. If we put the Texans defense in, that leaves us 5,300 left. If we put in Rashee Rice, so we have to punt defense again. I tell you what, they do a pretty good job with these salaries. You know, I guess that's the thing at the end of the day. They do a pretty good job making the salaries, because you often run into these spots where you're like, oh, there you go. And then it's actually not there. Oh, Nate just sent the invite. So I need to go and accept that so I don't miss the 3-man. There we go. Accept the invite. Import. It is, where is it? Here we go. All right. So I guess I probably won't play Vidal on this one, because I don't need to be all in on Kamani Vidal. Bowers, Michael Pittman Jr., or Warren Metcalf. Honestly, I just kind of have a feeling about Bowers today, which is honestly not even legitimate, because you shouldn't even be allowed to have a quote feeling about Brock Bowers. He's the absolute GOAT. All right. So the train team versus my team is Puka, Olamide, Theo, and the Falcons. Packers uniforms looking like the Bears say. Yeah, they're kind of gross, right? I don't know. What's better. Dart, McCaffrey, Henderson, Chase, Puka, Zacchaeus, Theo Johnson, Kyle Monungai, and the Falcons versus Dart, CMC, Henderson. Oh, Henderson is the spot that I had messed up. It's Tracy. It's Tracy over Henderson with the Falcons D. And you can just play Theo. So it's just Rice, Jennings. Raiders defense kind of sneaky, since Giants D might be chalk. Yeah, it really might be, actually. Jennings, Rice over Puka, Zacchaeus. That is what we're debating literally right now, brother. As we speak, Mr. Droppin' Dimes, we are debating between Puka Nacua and Zacchaeus versus Rice and Jennings. My thought is that Rice and Jennings is better. So Rice, Jennings versus Puka, OZ. I don't know, man. I think it's Rice Jennings too. No, I've not made a Justin Jefferson team. I have a lot of Justin Jefferson on Underdog. I'm not making that many teams today. Maybe I will get Jefferson in on this team. it's hard to make a good bet on Justin Jefferson today, given how good Rashee Rice is for fantasy, right? I mean, that's the basic issue. So let's start this. Let's do Jones. Let's do Pittman. Let's do Warren. And then let's do we want to do maybe instead of Pittman, we do something else. BTJ and Shakir or Chase and Juwan. I like Chase and Juwan more. I'm big on Juwan Jennings today. So how else can I say? I guess you go down from the Texans to the Giants. You do Rashee. You get to a $3,500 wide receiver. There's nothing there. I don't know, man. I don't know. Is there any way to get Jennings on this team? I guess you can't play Warren. You gotta play Hendo. If you play Henderson, you get to 4,100 at wide receiver. You've got DK, you've got Slayton. Ooh, Slayton is pretty playable, actually. We could do something like Dimes and Warren. Ah, God. Or we could fade all the high price running backs and play Chase on this team. We could do that. Expendables, just an appreciation message. I really enjoy your streams, man of the people. You're a man of the people, bro. Thank you, Expendables. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you find some shippers today. All right. I think I'm decided on this for cash. Dart, McCaffrey, Tracy, Chase, Rice, Jennings, Theo, Monungai, and the Falcons. The only thing I would be thinking is Juwan, can you get up to the Texans? You cannot. Okay. So you can't get up to the Texans. You can play Bowers and Pierce. I don't want to do Bowers on both teams, though. That's the only rub. The only rub. What about Dimes, CMC, Tracy, maybe? I wish that there was a wider. I guess it would just be Parker. It would be P Wash. What does Pierce cost? Pierce costs 4,600, so there's no way that's working. What does Downs cost? Downs costs 44. Yeah, dime stacks will have Warren. I'm not that worried about it. That I'm not all that worried about. I wonder maybe if you just don't play Michael Pittman Jr. What does Metcalf cost? Metcalf costs 5,500. That gets us to and then we can play Jennings. That could be good. What about that? Okay. So what about Dimes, CMC, Monungai, Tracy? No, not Tracy. Henderson. Then you do Metcalf instead of Michael Pittman Jr. You do Rashee Rice. You put Jennings in there, my boy. Then you do the Falcons defense, which everyone's going to do. Falcons or Raiders. That could be interesting. How many entries is in this one? 4,545. 4,545. You can come down to Gibbs from CMC. I am kind of sleeping on Hunt. I know. So that's okay. It doesn't, I guess Henderson maybe doesn't feel that great. What does Hunt cost? Hunt is 4,700. Does that do anything for us? So we go from Hunt. Oh, and we can do Michael Pittman Jr. Wow. Well, what about that? What about instead of Metcalf, you do Michael Pittman Jr.? It also leaves you swaps. That's the maybe that's the most interesting thing, is that it's one of the few combinations that leaves you swaps. So the team is Jones, McCaffrey, Monangai, Pittman, Rice, Jennings, Warren, Hunt, and the Giants. Rodgers is injured? A-Rod injured his throwing hand? What do you mean Rodgers injured his throwing hand? Well, that doesn't make me like this as much. Trevor Lawrence dealing with illness, expected to remain. Sorry, his game status won't be impacted. All right, here we go. Aaron Rodgers appears to have injured his throwing hand. He spikes the ball. He's looking at his hand. He's pissed off. He's flexing. He's pointing at his second metatarsal on his right hand pinky finger. He's flexing his hand. He's messing with it. Romo is talking about it on the broadcast right now. What do you mean Rodgers hurt his hand? He's throwing it. He's looking. He's catching it with his left hand, not his right hand. He's still throwing. I don't know, man. What is going on there? That seems crazy. Looked like a jam finger from a snap. All right. Well, I don't like the Indianapolis stuff as much now. We could do something like Jones, Warren, Tracy, Rice, Pittman Jr., Metcalf. Huh. Line hasn't moved at all. Your pinky will definitely impact a throw. Josh Allen, Bowers, Texans D, or Mahomes, Kraft, Rams D. Man, I think Bowers is going to be so low owned on FanDuel. All right. I think, God, I just don't. The Hunt play is so fucking thin. It's so thin. Let's come back to this. What if I want to do Warren, just like a full fucking game stack? If I wanted to do just a full Pittsburgh, Indianapolis game stack, 6,800 at running back, Gene and Texans. So that's just full on. Think about how much better the post-lock sim ROI. People change the Steelers, Colts. It's true. I wonder what The computer probably is going to say this is not very good. But it's kind of interesting. And I wonder if people like get off this game to any degree at all. I mean, the answer is probably no, they won't. But they might. Hunt is a very good play. Hunt is a very, very, very good play. There's no reason to be. He is both the long down and distance and the goal line back for the highest total game of the slate. All right. One other thing that I think is interesting. I can't decide, but I want to try and do this. I want to see if it's possible to do Caleb, Rome, Chase. Let's toss Monungai in there. Let's put Hunt in the flex. Let's do whatever. I mean, let's put Kittle in here. Let's put the Raiders defense in. If we do Rashi, that's 51. That's Tracy. What do you guys think about that? Here's the cash shell. It's Rashi Rice and Jennings versus Puka and Parker Washington, but in the Parker Washington one, you have to play the Vikings defense. But I have Dart, CMC, Tracy, Monungai, Chase, Rice, Jennings, Theo Johnson, Falcons DST. Travis Etienne has been traded to the Chiefs per source. I bet he hasn't been. I sure bet he hasn't been. The Chiefs are not interested in trading for a running back, brother. Chiefs need defensive help, if anything. Caleb, Chase, Rice, Rome, Monungai. This would be a fun, yeah. Kittle at 4,800. Hunt. We have the Raiders D. I don't know. And then we've got what, Tracy? What's going to look obvious in a couple hours? Probably the Giants failing and Kyle Monungai averaging 2.7 yards per carry. It's the Giants failing is gonna feel very, very obvious in hindsight. Man, I think I'm gonna run this. Caleb Williams, Kyle Monungai, Tyrone Tracy, Rome Odunze, Jamar Chase, Rashi Rice, George Kittle, Hunt, and the Raiders defense. I mean, is there any way to improve the defense? I guess if I did, let me go to the sim runner, your projections, tight end. I guess if I played Sam Laporta at 4,300, I could get to what? I could get to the Texans defense. That's kind of interesting to play Laporta to get an upgraded defense. And I mean, by kind of interesting, I mean not really that interesting. You think? I hope so. I hope that Trevion will get unleashed. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the Kittle side. I think I'm gonna do Kittle, and I'm gonna do the Raiders defense. The Raiders defense have been good at all. They got 16 points against the Titans. They got 10 points. Yeah, they're fine. Hear me out. Loveland in at tight end. I like Loveland just fine, but I'm there. I'm not playing the Falcons on purpose on this team. Caleb Williams, Monungai, Tracy, Rome, Chase, Rice, Kittle, Hunt, Raiders defense, update entry. There we go. We're all done. We're all saved for the day. Check this. Oh, I forgot to save this with Swift earlier. Swift, Vidal, done, save. In the T-Mobile Draft Day Challenge. Everyone's good. All my stuff is set. It's just too hard to get Jonathan Taylor today, man. Very, very hard to get Jonathan Taylor in contest today. All right, boys, that's it for me. I've got Dart in cash, but I do like Caleb as a play. Yes, you can see my draft exposures. It'll be curious for me to see these. Drafts completed. 269 drafts on the main slate today. Here they are. 35% Bowers, 31% Mahomes, 31% Jonathan Taylor, 26% Justin Jefferson, 26% Rashee Rice, 26% Vidal, 23% Puka, 21% Genti, and then 16% or less for everyone else. Appreciate all you guys. Make sure you like the channel. See you guys back at 3 p.m. Central for the Shipcast.